New year, new me, maybe. I set myself the goal to be more consistent with vlogging this year. Today it's Monday, it's the start of a new rotation. I am studying internal medicine. And I'm not gonna lie, this is the rotation I'm the most scared of. Mainly because of past experiences in internal medicine, although I've been told it's not like that in this hospital. We'll see. Today I have clinic and then in the afternoon I'll go to the hospital. And I think they have didactic on Monday afternoons, but I'm not too sure. I'm also doing an extra hour of clinic on Mondays now because I don't have the Friday afternoon clinic because I'll be post-call because medicine is the only rotation that we have 24-hour call shifts. So, first day medicine done, and it was actually not bad at all. Mind you, I was only there for like a couple hours in the afternoon, and the only thing I did was just be in the room while they were doing the handoff. So, not much, but honest work. And the people there were all really nice. I felt very comfortable. So, that's key, really. It was literally just fine. We'll see how I feel over the next couple weeks. But today, total success. It was actually a very good day. First day doing the medicine routine. It wasn't terrible. I didn't enjoy it, but it wasn't too bad.
Good learning experience. In cases, we are going to meet a bunch of stuff. Luckily, I will be with a very experienced neuro attending. I did go to the grocery store last night.
Pack my bag with me for my first ever 24-hour call shift. I'm bringing my skincare, like almost empty tretinoin and face wash. I just brought this to have a more portable toothbrush and toothpaste. Oh shit, do I have to like bring a towel? I didn't think about that. Lunch bag, my lunch bag. I cooked a bunch of food and I double checked that it all fits in here, but we'll see if it actually fits in there. It's so heavy, but it fits. I'm scared. I didn't get a chance to explain what was going on, but basically we did the normal workday yesterday. So handover rounds, charting, and in the afternoon they usually have a class of some sort or a small update on a topic, and the afternoon handover for the people who stay on call. That typically finishes at around 5 or 6 p.m., but the actual call shifts starts at 8 p.m. So in the meantime, you could use that time to get a head start on the night tasks, or just use that time to lay down, study, whatever. We just chilled for a bit. It was me and their second year resident. Then at night we round on the patients that we will keep an eye on during the shift. Then we had dinner and charted, see anything that was pending, like lab imaging results, that sort of thing. And by the time we were done with that, it was like 11 p.m. So we just went to sleep. Thankfully, it was a very uneventful night. I think we only got called twice, and both times it was nothing complex, just pain relief and stuff. So I could have easily slept the whole night. I just wasn't able to. I usually don't struggle to sleep outside my house, and I was actually really comfy there. But for some reason, I just could not sleep at all. But anyway, we got up at 6 and rounded again on the patients that we were monitoring and checked vitals of the patients on our respective floors. Then morning rounds, and we're done. I am not required to stay for the afternoon handover. So around 12:30 p.m. I'm done for the day. Overall, not bad at all. Not as terrible as I was imagining. I put an NG tube yesterday. Twice actually, because the first time I placed it incorrectly. The second time I got it right. What? And I think that was actually the first time that I placed an NG tube. I don't remember doing it before. I'm not a fan of procedures, so I was actually quite nervous going in. Hi, happy Saturday. We have a couple things to do this weekend. I have a class for Wednesday didactics that I'm gonna do on pediatric surgical pathologies. And I wanted to get a head start on that, but I couldn't, so I'm gonna start it today and hopefully finish it. I also have a bibliographic revision for Tuesday, which we love in this channel, but I haven't had one of those in a while, so it's okay. And I also have some research to do because we are planning to open a lifestyle medicine clinic, but we're on the very early phases of just looking up general information, tools, etc., etc. So we're gonna share what we found this week as well. So lots of things to do. I'm gonna start now. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here and maybe start next week's tomorrow. But there's a few thoughts that I wanted to share. First of all, like I said in the previous video, I feel like maybe I was a bit too negative. And I've noticed I got this negative internal monologue going on all the time. And it's something that I'm working on, but I know it stems from fear and anxiety. I was terrified starting this week. And this is a rotation that I was the most scared of out of all of them since I started residency. I had bad experiences in internal medicine before, during med school and internship, whatnot. And that really stayed with me, I guess, and led me to believe that it was like that everywhere. And that's obviously not true. I felt comfortable in this service. It helps that I'm with the first year residents, so I'm not the only one who's lost. And the attendants are all super patient with us. I'm still being faced with everything that I don't know, basically, and the whole laundry list of things that I need to study. But it was only my first week, and I know I'll get there eventually over the next 3 months that I'm gonna be in the service. Another thing I was very scared of was the 24-hour call shifts. I've never done that before, and I was worried I couldn't physically handle it, because I can barely handle the 2-hour ones, to be honest. And I have to admit I was struggling by the end of it, but nothing too terrible. Sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm literally disabled, so I can't hold myself to an able-bodied expectation. So what I did was I was very open about my struggles, And they all understood, and I felt like that alleviated a lot of the pressure that I was putting on myself. I remember when I started residency thinking that medicine would be the rotation that broke me and that I was gonna quit and never do anything medicine related ever again. And I'm so glad that that wasn't the case. It really wasn't that big of a deal. And looking back, for example, on Tuesday, we were changing the dressing on a wound and I was assisting the resident and the attending, and I had no idea what they were asking me to do. Fast forward to Friday, and I was the one treating that wound and changing that dressing with only the resident like holding the patient and no assistance. And that is freaking cool, because in the past, I would have been just as clueless by the end of the week, by the end of the month, by the end of the rotation. Because not too long ago, I let the fear paralyze me and I missed on so many learning opportunities. So I'm proud of myself. Again, I don't love it because I don't like anything hospital related. I love the clinic and that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. But I'm still learning and this is part of it. And the point of this is not for me to enjoy it, but to take what I can to apply in my family med practice and learn as much as I can. So I had to keep that in mind. This is temporary and I'm only here to become a better professional, but I need to put in the work for it to happen. Anyway, thanks for coming with me and see you next week.